Welcome to PLC Test Rig Part 4, I think we're on now, but it really does not fucking matter, yeah? We are now going to connect this HMI, this cheap-ass HMI, and this cheap-ass PLC to its associated software. This episode is going to be boring. Now, I know what you're thinking.
All your stuff's boring.
What I'm telling you is, this is going to be extra boring because what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to make it look easy. I'm going to make sure I edit this to show you, well, I'm not doing it in real life, otherwise the video will be 6 hours long while I sit here screwing things up. But I'm going to make sure this is a sufficient length so that you see all the fucking around I'm going to do. Because this is a makeup shot. Some of this has already happened. I'm not going to tell you what stage I'm at, but this is a makeup shot. So there has been considerable grief trying to get this to work. With me sat here for hours, speaking to the ESK controls chat, trying new things out, going backwards and forwards. I'll give you a clue. Right now, whatever's at the end of this video where I get it to work, which I don't know if that's going to be here, at the minute, this does not work. It doesn't work. I've got things to try out. So I'm going to take you through the process the best I can. Like I say, I can't make a 6-hour video, but I'm going to show you how difficult this is to get right. Because when you are getting fucking dodgy foreign Chinese computers like this, HMI, to speak to dodgy Chinese foreign software via fucking cheapest chip leads and that, it takes fucking ages. It's arduous. And the only thing to do is to keep going with an engineering mindset and trying something new, ruling something out, asking people, you know, blah, blah, blah. So this video is going to showcase that. So I won't sit here and watch it. I won't sit here and watch it anyway. It's fucking wank. Get a cup of tea and welcome to what I know, because it's a makeup shot, is going to be a bit of a shit ass to get that PLC software and that HMI software working with the PC so that we can at least start programming them. For a simple fact, at this moment in time, I think I've got a problem with this. But that will all be revealed. So enjoy this incredibly boring video in a series of incredibly boring videos that I produce, that incredibly boring people like you watch. Welcome, this is PLC Test Rig content. Obviously this is forming a series on YouTube, so if you don't get the gist of it on Instagram, it's happening on there, it's getting recorded there, so that's what's going off right now. We're going to throw some power into them and see if we get to communicate and use the software. I've got something for that I'll show you. So because these are cheap Chinese knockoffs, as are these, they come with equally cheap Chinese knockoff software.
Are you thick or something?
So what I've gone is I've gone and got this second-hand, I think this is like an i5 Dell, it's a bit foot, the inches of foot, but I'm going to leave it open and open it. I'm going to wipe it, put Windows 10 on it. If you want to get into PLCs, you've got to get into computers as well, yeah? You've got to do it. I'm going to wipe it, put Windows back on it, it'll be Windows 10. This is going to be an online machine, but only for the purpose of quickly downloading stuff, yeah? And if I want to download any dodgy Chinese software or rogue software, you know what kind I mean? I mean the ones that sells on the 7 Seas. I'm going to quickly connect this laptop to the internet, download it, and then turn it back off. And this is what I'm going to operate all my hooky, dodgy equipment on. If you haven't got a spare laptop, they can be had on eBay. But I wouldn't start pumping all stuff onto your own laptop, yeah? Be careful. Segregate your IT. Try and get yourself a cheap, crappy laptop off anyone, because this software is probably not that hardcore. PLC test rig then, right, here's the story so far. I want to make this PLC, this HMI, and this little I/O board work together to make the most basic test rig possible with a PLC. Side hustle coming shortly. Before I do that, I need somewhere I can download the dodgy Chinese software for this and use the hooky as fuck pirated software I found on the internet for this. To do that, I've got the old laptop from a garage, which was used as the podcast laptop. It's slow as fuck. It's an i5 7th gen. I've got a clean install of Windows 10 here. If you haven't made a Windows 10 loading media, make one now, Microsoft, before it's gone very, very soon. And I'm going to, while we're here doing this thing, I'm going to do a clean install of this laptop, so it's got none of my personal information on, so I can download this dodgy software and just make this a fucking laptop that can connect to the internet, but hasn't got anything I'm interested on it. I'm not going to go through how to do a clean install of Windows 10. It's on the internet. Because also, if you're going to do this PLC test rig thing, you need to put a bit of fucking effort in. That is not booted from the BIOS. 1 second. Right, what you have to do to your laptop is, first of all, you have to go onto the internet and Google how to make a Windows 10p. Why can't I say fucking Windows 10 bootable media on a USB stick? So you're going to need a USB stick. Then you have to get your manky old laptop and tell the BIOS to boot from the USB stick that you made. Then when you restart it like I'm about to do, what the computer will do is it will load or try and run from the USB stick, which will run the Windows 10 install, and it will put a completely fresh install of Windows 10 onto the computer, wiping everything that is on it. And then I will make this computer into, like, I don't know, I'll call it PLC computer. I'll make the password PLC, and I won't do anything on here that's personal. I'll just download the software for these and do the PLC shit on here. So if it gets hacked by the Chinese, then they're not going to get all my personal data. They'll just get some software they've already created. That's where I'm being secure.
Are you thick or something?
I am going to make this project as easy as I can for you, and I've done that by telling you what components maybe to buy. But the problem is if you are not into tinkering with computers, fucking around the internet to find a fine stuff out, you're in the wrong game. This game involves a lot of fucking around with operating systems, drivers, cables, just loads of fucking fuckeries involved with computers, yeah? So if you can't get a clean install of Windows 10 onto a manky old laptop to do it, you're just in the wrong game. Give up now, right? And I'm sorry about that, but that's just how it is. I spend a lot of my time fucking around my computer trying to make them do stuff. And in this case, I've got this PLC to connect to it. I've got to connect this RS-232 converter from the fucking 80s into it. I've got to connect some dodgy software to this screen onto it. It is going to be a lot of tinkering and fucking around and bumming around on parts of the internet where people are trying to nick all your money. So if you can't get a clean install on a manky old laptop, Finn, stop now. It's not going to work. I've never connected a PLC to a thing before, so you're not on your own. I'm fucking around too. I will tell you something to find out. If I find specific drivers for these that are needed, I'll tell you. But as for a Win 10 install, all the information's already out there, so find it. Mine is currently installed into Windows 10, so there you go. So I'm going to get my PLC, yeah? I'm going to get my HMI, and the first thing I do when this PLC sorts its life out is I'm going to download the dodgy software for this HMI and see if we can get that to work. Then I'm going to download the dodgy software. It's dodgy, you know what I mean? It's fucking dodgy. For this fake Mitsubishi PLC. Going to put that on the computer. Then, the next thing I'm going to do is get my RS-232 converter working. With my RS-232 lead. Although I told you to buy the breakout boards, I have a lead, right? But I'm going to use the breakout board as well. But I'm just going to see if we can get it working with that. And then I'll tell you how to make the lead. And then when I've done that, it's going to be Christmas. Right, while I was doing that in the meantime, something happened earlier, so I was gathering together all the fucking PLC shit I bought to start doing this video, because if I don't put it on the table, I won't start doing it. And what I'm going through now, connecting these is the first bit I need to do. However, while I was down in the office, I found this smart relay. I've got quite a lot of these kicking around, but they're all 110. There's no point me making a test rig that's 110. You could do it and try not to kill yourself, use a 55 volt transformer, but I'm not making test rigs that I'm going to use commercially at 110. However, when I found this one, it's a fucking 24 volt. This is a Zelio ZR3 B261BD, and it's got a 24 volt DC input. It's got 10 digital inputs, and then it's got analog inputs, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 outputs. I'll put the details up here. So I was like, fucking hell, that's all right, isn't it? Now, getting your hands on one of these, a 24 volt one of any description, is a much simpler way to start, which I've realised now. I'm still continuing the PLC, don't panic, you haven't bought loads of stuff for nothing, yeah? But what I've done is I've kicked the tripod. That's my fucking upper hand menders. That's what I normally do, yeah? So I've got this. I've been in the office, I've got some old terminals. I've got some of my spare LEDs, the 24 volt. I've got some DIN rail, and I'm going to take this home. I'm going to make the smallest test rig I can possibly make with LEDs at the top, buttons at the bottom, and this, because I've already got the interface cable. I'm going to make a mini smart relay test rig because I want one anyway. I'm going to take all the I/O to terminals or buttons. I'm going to take all the analogs to terminals. I'm going to take all the contacts to terminals and lights. And I'm going to utilise that to do something. But it'll be small, it'll be quick. So there's a little side project going off in this project. You'll see me making that probably in the next full episode. Anyhow, while I was doing that, Windows has chugged its fucking goodness all over. And it's now restarting to continue. So I've removed the USB stick so it doesn't try and reload Windows again, because it'll keep repeating that cycle. And now it looks to me like it's trying to upload Windows. And what it's going to want to do next is connect to the internet. So hopefully I'll come back to you shortly. By shortly, I don't necessarily mean today. And we'll download a couple of bits and bobs for this and get it working and see how we get on. At any point, this project could fall off a massive cliff. Right then, while Windsor's doing its thing and fucking sorting its life out and asking me to set all sorts of shit I don't want, I've got the power supply out. I've set the current to 1 amp, 24 volts. I've got my little distribution here. And I've wired in a bit of flex to this connector, which came with my HMI. On the bottom of the HMI there, look, it's got a voltage, 24 volts, 0 volts. So I've wired that the right way. And you're going to turn it on with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? All it fucking works. It's all in Alan Chan. It's totally written in Alan Chan there. So fuck knows what any of that means, but it works.
Can you not read Chinese? Are you thick or something?
Saying drawing 0.4 of an amp. Well, that's a start, innit? Let's try the PLC now then, kids. On my PLC under airlock, there's my DC neg and DC pos. The connector's removable. And I'll say this right now, yeah? You do not want to keep winding out these connectors. They won't last very long. These connectors will not last very long if they're winding out. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to connect it up off camera, but I'll power it up with you. And I'm going to leave those cables in. I'm only going to try and use these once to terminals. I don't want to keep winding out. They will get fucked. So yeah, let's put power to that and see what happens. Oh, there's more stuff on there. Put it on to stop, I suppose. Wire it up and see what happens. Wait there, I'll come back to you. Right, and you crazy kids. It's the right polarity. Is that, yeah, here we go. Hold on to your hearts, it's the first time. Oh. Power. It's drawing 40 milliamps. Went to run. Run lights come on. Unless there's a program in there. But I put fuck all to run in there. Well, we can't do fuck all with that now until we connect to the computer to see what it's doing. But it's on. It's not caught fire. And it says run. It's about the best we could have hoped for. I'll leave it on. Back to the screen wise. Don't know what any of that means. I guess that's a serial number. That's the OP320A. OP320A, that's what this is called. This is called an OP320A. That's what I need to Google search for. I'm guessing if I press escape. No. Alarm. Oh, no. Enter. Oh, I can move. I can just move off that screen. It's all in Chinese. Set for settings. Yeah, it's in Chinese. I'm about to get Google Translate on the phone. But anyway, I'll unpower it. And power it. And I'll do a Google search for OP320A. That's as much as we can get out of that now. Wait there, you crazy kids. Just before I do that, I'm going to plug my USB thing in and see if it works. Because then I'm pretty much like I've got things on that would make sense. So yeah, let's plug this in and see if this works for now. I've plugged that in. It's got a power light. It's done fuck all. Might have to come back to that later. I might have to get some stuff for that later. I might moan later. So we'll park that. Or should I Google it? No, I'll Google this screen first so we get a dodgy software for that and get it on this desktop. So it's clean, completely clean install. Let's Google that screen. Well, not Google it. I'm going to use Microsoft Edge, so I'm not putting Google on this. Right then. Recording your screen like a proper dad, mate. OP320A. I know it already come up. It's a reshoot because I forgot to press record the next time. I only got to here though, so it knows what it is. Now, that is that the actual people who make it? I don't fucking know. User manual and then a PLC247.com download. Fuck it, let's go to the people that make it. Let's go here, see what they say. Obviously this will be cut like, oh there you go, look. People are using them, that's Englishified instructions. Request a quote. There you go, there's the software. There's a fucking guide look so I can make up the thing. So we'll do that. There's the pin setting. I will put this link in the thing. Let's try and find the software download. Oh, here you go. Look, there's a lot on here. This is www.xueplc.com. OP320 download. Oh, that's a video. User's manual. Modbus wiring. Software download. OPV 26.5 or 8. Try. Oh, fuck it. Let's just. I don't know. We'll download this one, see what happens. Right, I'll download that. I'll come back to you. Right, so I downloaded the software. I hit the tripod. I hit the tripod again. I downloaded the software, extracted it. I clicked on that one called Setup. I got through to this. And I've got the serial number outside that Word document there, that Doper document. And I've just put it in. I've let it install where the fuck it wants because this is a shit computer, yeah? I'll let it install, which is going to happen quite quickly. So maybe I'll come back to you shortly. Oh, there it goes. It just put it there on the desktop. So now I'm going to navigate back to that website. finish. Just see if it's got any details on there about using it. Oh, look, it's already opened itself up. That's nice, vintage, just open itself up. I've got to fuck around with the communication port settings now. Tell you what screen I've got. So there's a bit of information there. So I need to select it's an OP3255A or A. 02355A it wants me to tell it is. I need to put a COM lead on it in that configuration and set the serial port to those settings. 9608 board. That's, I'm guessing, is one of the polarities. But I'll try and chill then. Let me open up and have a look. Just for you non-tech savvy people, yeah, to save you fucking ass, I just know how this is done. If I go to File and go to COM port, it's asking me for a COM port that I can speak to that unit on. However, I don't know which COM port it is, so if you go to search and type in dev, you'll get device manager. Then you go to ports and COM and LPT, and in there, it's recognising that I've got a USB serial port on COM3, which is my WAV share. So obviously it just plugs in at work, because that WAV share stuff's fucking mint. It just works. So now I'm guessing, if I go to... Whoops. Now I've got to connect it up. Hang on, let's just get rid of this. Let me just tell it it's COM port 3. So I'll tell it it's COM port 3, and it won't see it. Import data, it won't see it. So I'll connect it with my USB, I'll connect it with my RS232 lead and see if it works. I won't be connected with my RS232 lead because my RS232 lead is male to female, so I need to make one out of a bit. So let's get on with that. Now what I did here was, look, that's got a male RS232 plug, yeah? And that's got a male RS232 plug. So I ordered female ones of these, which is fine. The problem is they've got these studs on, look. So they don't actually fucking fit in. So then I've managed to cut that up. Anyway, they won't fit, so I've got to take them off now. Both ends. And they'll fit, and then they can use the breakout boards to make a cable as per the drawing on that website. Problem now is I've took that off, look, and I've lost the screening bit. This just doesn't fit on, but it will fit in the plug. Yeah, so that might work. The other thing I've now noticed is that, look, it uses, that's pin 1 in one configuration, that's pin 5 in the other. I know it's hard to see. And then that's pin 2 or 4, and that's 3 and 3. So obviously, this PCB's made for male or female, and I'm not sure which way around I'm making it. Fuck's sake, that's going to complicate things, isn't it? I'm going to actually bell out the pinouts and stuff and do it all properly. Fucking hell, wait there. Right, I tried it in one configuration of numbers, which I think was the inner one. It didn't work. I tried the outer one. I didn't get any polling on here. So I'll try it connected this time. I'm still getting fuck all, really. Let's try and send something to it, see what happens. See if it'll do anything. Oh! I'm flashing. I've got flashing. I don't know if that's talking or not. It's not downloading anything. The screen's not saying download, right? There's definitely polling happening though now. It's trying. It's receiving, but not transmitting. I don't know, maybe I need to be in a different page here. Maybe I need to be into settings. Maybe I need to escape that. Maybe if I repowered it, it'd work, I don't know. Time out. I don't know. Would it fucked work? I don't know what any of this means. And I didn't have I used the Chinese translator to check the baud rates in Device Manager. It was correct. When I Google translated this, look what it said. Bearing in mind I'm using software version 6.5, look what was on the screen.
Can you not read Chinese? Are you thick or something?
Right, I've downloaded the right software and still got nowhere, but that obviously would have been a problem. Now, I've swapped these around the wrong somewhere, so I think I've got to put them back. So what I'm going to do is, rather than fanning around, I'm going to print that out, yeah, make the lead up properly in chest kit without just fucking pretending I'm doing it, and then I'll come back. Yeah, there's the pin out required. There's my breakout boards. I'm just going to do it properly. Progress has been made. They both power up. I've spent an hour fucking around with those cables and realised I've got the wrong software. That is what happens in this game when you're fucking trying new stuff. So yeah, once you crack it though, you can bang these out 10 a penny. So I will get the multimeter out, and I'm going to have a good dig around this page because it's got a lot of information on. So there you go. That's the website. I'm going to spend a bit of time tonight on my iPad and stuff looking at that. Watch a few videos that are on there, because I'm probably missing some of the basics that's covered on there. So there's no point throwing more time into it. I've had a little play. As soon as I got bored, I've packed up, and I'll just go and read that, and I'll probably come back tomorrow with some fucking fresh ideas and get it sorted out.